the Super Bowl, I think it was this last Sunday, uh,
Yep.
where we usually get a bunch of movie trailers, actually kind of failed to deliver, I think, on the trailers. We only really got two full trailers that came out of the Super Bowl, which was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and easily the show stealer, The Flash. We finally got our first full trailer for The Flash. And dude, this trailer, I'm going to get your thoughts in a minute, but this trailer, dude, was insane. I have a reaction up that you guys can watch. It basically went the way that it's going right now. First of all, I honestly think this suit looks good in motion. Like when I was watching it in the trailer, it worked for me. I thought it moved great. I thought it looked great. Ezra Miller, I thought was great in the trailer. They look like they're going to give a great performance in the movie. But when Michael Keaton, man, comes out in his bat costume, I mean, he looks great. I cannot believe. Well, isn't Michael Keaton like almost 60 at this point? And he's kicking butt as
Yep.
Batman in this thing. I got so happy when I saw him come out. I love Batman 1989. He's not my favorite Batman, but I definitely enjoy his portrayal. And playing with the multiverse, playing with time travel, there was some really cool shots. We went back to Man of Steel era. We got Zod in here. I totally forgot. I remember hearing rumors that he was possibly in the movie, and he was here. He was here in full fashion. This movie looks fun. This movie looks epic. It looks big in scale. What did you think of the trailer? And then we're going to talk a little bit about what we think this trailer means for the DCU.
Are we living in 1989 right now? Because this is
Feels
a
like it.
year where not only Michael Keaton is playing Batman, Indiana Jones is coming
They're
in
coming
for
back
what is apparently the final movie in the franchise. Because a lot
again.
of people thought Last Crusade was going to be it in 1989, but look where we are now. Very, very happy to see Michael Keaton come back. I wish it was someone that was not a jerk in the Flash suit, but you can't really win them all.
Yeah.
I would much prefer seeing Grant Gustin in the suit, but again, it's
You can turn on the CW and see that every week, man.
yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, Grant Gustin just deserves to be the Flash like everywhere. But um I like seeing Zod in there also. I think the movie's gonna be fun. I think it looks really good. Andy Muschietti is directing it, the guy behind both It movies. It's I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I don't necessarily think it's gonna be the greatest superhero movie of all time, like James Gunn was saying, and it's crazy he's saying that because he's not even selling Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which I think is gonna be better. But
Got a new job.
yeah, well, and I get it. He's trying to do big business. He's trying to sell his new toy out there, and he's trying to sell, all of his products. But
Yeah.
I
All
wasn't
right.
really highly anticipating the Flash anyway, just because, again, it is making the mistake of rushing Marvel concepts out there into the DC world. Look at how the Justice League panned out when Joss Whedon was behind it. Felt incredibly rushed. Characters didn't really feel like they were fully developed, and we have this mess. And Zack Snyder is now out. James Gunn is in, and now it looks like they're rushing the multiverse idea out there because Marvel's doing it so well again, and it took them what 11 12 years to explore the multiverse in their movies. Not even it was more than that. But
Like
anyway,
13, 14 years.
I think it's gonna be fun, but I definitely have my doubts. Mainly because, again, it's another Marvel idea that is being rushed out there.
Fair enough, man. All right, now let's do what fans love to do. This is like what we live off of: speculation. All right, speculation on this trailer because James Gunn has said publicly that the Flash resets the DCEU. That some people from the DCEU are coming into the new DCU. We don't really know what's happening, what's working, but he says the Flash will have the answers to all of this. Now, I have some thoughts on how they may be doing this with the Flash. First of all, yeah, it's you mentioned multiverse. They're playing around with the multiverse. We definitely see that in this trailer. I honestly think though, the movie's gonna do more with time travel than with the multiverse. I think Michael Keaton's Batman, I think that might be like the only example of a multiversal character that will come through into the current DCEU. And I think the key to what they're doing with all of this, I think it lies with this man right here, Zod, and the Man of Steel footage that we saw in the trailer. Here's what I think they're planning on doing. I think somehow the Flash is going to go back in time. We hear it in the trailer himself. He says that he broke the universe. He got rid of metahumans. I think Flash does something that erases Henry Cavill's Superman. And I also think he'll do something that will erase Ben Affleck's Batman. I think he'll go back in time. I think he'll go to the Man of Steel era. There won't be a Man of Steel there anymore, so Zod is back. He's probably taking over the Earth more than he got in Man of Steel. With the help of Michael Keaton and the Supergirl, played by Sasha Calle, which could be from the DCU or could just be another multiverse character, I don't know. I think they'll stop Zod, but they won't be able to change the timeline back to how it was. So I think that's why Henry Cavill's not coming back as Superman. I think he'll be permanently gone, and possibly Ben Affleck will also be affected by this timeline.
Yeah.
And so there will still be characters from the DCEU that made it, that survived this new timeline, and this new timeline is now going to be what we call the DCU. That's where all the changes are going to come from, but that's also how they're going to be able to have connections to the old DCEU. What do you think about this, man? That's just what I was thinking.
I mean, that sounds pretty much like it. You know, General Zod being in the movie pretty much confirms he's going to be the villain, and having Michael Shannon come back is a great choice. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I mean, Supergirl is making her big screen debut.
She looked awesome, by the way. Her scenes in the trailer were great.
Oh, yeah. No, she's a total badass, man. So does this mean that Wonder Woman is completely nixed now?
That's the thing. That's also with this timeline theory that I have of or not really even a theory, just kind of taking hints from the trailer and trying to piece them together. They can decide whether or not they want to keep her or not later on, because this also had reshoots in the summer, which is when James Gunn and Peter Safran officially took over as co-CEOs of DC. So they were probably putting together ideas of what they wanted, what they didn't want. They could have shot an ending where Wonder Woman didn't make it, and they probably could have shot an ending where she did make it. And as they're developing their plans, they could pick or choose which one they want, which is kind of brilliant if that is indeed what they did on their part.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I think it's, again, man, I mean, I don't really know if I should speculate a ton, but I mean, it's fun. But I'm just going to go in there and enjoy it. I'm not expecting a ton out of it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, score out of 10. What do you think of what would you score the trailer?
The trailer? Oh, I'd give it a solid 8, just in terms of like getting me excited to watch the movie. And this is coming from someone who doesn't watch a lot of trailers. And I try to avoid trailers as much as I can because, again, it's Batman versus Superman syndrome all over again. They give away too much of the movie without you going to the movie theater, and they give it to you in like 2 minutes flat. And it's like, why do you even need to bother watching the rest? You know what's going to happen. So,
fair enough. Nothing's perfect, so I'll give this trailer a 9.5. Screw it, I'll give it a 10. I loved it. I thought it was freaking great. What do you guys think of the Flash trailer? And also, do you have any speculation or theories of how exactly this is going to reset the DCEU? Comment down below. Let us know all your thoughts and opinions. And without further ado, let's take a look at what you guys are saying.